Okay, 2022 road trip. Where are we headed, Amanda?
Michigan, Montana.
Gonna stop at Captain Steve's place and do some fishing. Hopefully catch some walleye, as well as we did last year. Stop by and see Jeremy, Luke, and April, and James. Stop by Keith's old place, see Dustin and Charlie, and Ron. Dennis and Sheila. See if we can get by and see Dick and Lynn. And head on out through the Upper Peninsula over to Montana and see Babe and Paul, big statue, the lumberman, tallest salesman in the world. Whatever else we can find on our way over to Glacier National Park. And then a few stops on the way back home, and about a month on a road trip, so it should be fun.
We left home in Tennessee and 550 miles later made it to Bowling Green, Ohio, where we spent the night in a Walmart. Finished up the trip to Jeremy's the next morning, another 125 miles.
Carrollton, Kentucky. Found Walmart for $5.49, $5.50 a gallon. The other places were $6 a gallon. So 125 bucks later, we're headed out to Ohio. 2022 road trip, headed to Montana. Been planning it for a year, so we're still going, even though I may have to get a loan from the bank.
After spending the night at April and Jeremy's, we started out the next morning and drove the 125 miles to Steve and Susie's place in Caseville.
Captain? Yeah. Captain?
I'm just the first mate.
You're first mate, okay. Well, that makes me like the third or 18th, the swab. Okay. Well, we're back fishing with Steve, Captain Steve.
I remembered the worms this time.
I remembered the worms, so we're not going to get out and so wish us well. Well, Amanda got the first one. Nice walleye. We figure he's about 22 inches.
Yeah, 20, 21.
28.
30.
Okay.
State record.
Can I whip them? I forgot.
No,
Do I whip them?
No, yeah, they got teeth.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, then remind me.
You only whip them once.
Yeah, and you learn real quick.
The gills right there will get you. And those teeth will get you.
Oh, can I reuse my worm?
No, don't worry about that one. And dorsal's going to get you.
GoPro, stop recording. Okay, who got the biggest one of the day so far? Oh, don't you dare. Don't.
Captain. Well, so far it looks like Larry did at 20 and a half inches.
Pretty fish. That's a pretty fish. Noon, and we have our limit. 24. 3 people. Yeah. Three people's limit. Oh yeah. Full basket. Well, day 2 we're headed out. Brought the Top Gun with us here today. Head fisherman. Wish us luck. A little more wind than yesterday. Hope it's not too rough out there. Okay, Luke's gonna get. Luke's got the first one. Let's see what we can get here. Keep. He's got to get that thing up to him. The planer. Oh, the action. Whoa, nice walleye. Hey. First one.
Okay, we got one. Now we can go in.
Luke had a great time. He caught all the fish.
Well, day 3 with Captain Steve. Yesterday was kind of bust. Only got got a frog in my throat. Only got 3 we had yesterday. 3 or 4.
Northern pike.
And a northern pike. Too windy. battling 4 and 5 foot waves was not fun.
No.
So today,
Cleaned off my deck though.
We were submarining into waves.
Yeah.
I got Jeremy, Top Gun, Mickey, of course, Captain Steve. See what we can do today. Wish us luck. Well, just got out here. Luke got the first one.
That's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. If I try
It's a little one, but it's
walk backwards. So okay, we're going to let this loose. You don't hook it.
well,
So he's got some slats right here.
I've got one already.
Oh, that's a good one, Luke. There you go. Whoa!
Oh, nice one.
Okay,
Easy. Buddy, come off of there?
Yeah.
Oh, it came back with 16. Pretty good. It's pretty windy out there today, though.
Yeah.
Big waves. Day 4 with the intrepid walleye crew. Mickey, Kevin, Captain Steve, Amanda. Nicer day today. Much nicer. See how it is out on the lake. Okay, take 2, day 4.
Lost one.
We lost one. Kevin had a little emergency, so he's sitting out. It's just the 4 of us. We've got them deployed. It's been kind of slow so far. As the captain says, wind out of the east.
Fish bite least.
And that seems to be the case. A couple 14-inchers and a pike.
After 4 days of fishing with Steve, a couple good ones and a couple so-so ones, but that's why they call it fishing instead of catching, we drove over to Keese in Misik, about 180 miles.
Our next stop on our journey west is Keith's old place here in Cadillac. Still pretty much the same. They got an area cleared there for a barn, big barn. Keith was working on that when he passed. His son Dustin's taking over. Ron's still here. Still beautiful. Had a little rain last night. I'll show you where they put up the tombstone for Keith. Planted a maple tree. I thought that was kind of nice, fitting. Keith Howell. There's the tree they planted. It's doing well. We head out from here tomorrow and start heading over to Glacier through the Upper Peninsula, Michigan. So that'll be a fun trip. Get to see Paul Bunyan and Babe. Some trading posts fort out there on North Dakota Montana line, and whatever else we can run into. So it should be a fun trip.
After spending 2 nights at Keith's place and seeing Ron, Dennis, and Sheila, and Charlie, we drove up to Lance Township Park, a distance of about 400 miles. Along the way, we got to see the Mackinac Bridge. Keith's this morning headed north. We're going to take the northern route over to Glacier National Park, so we'll be crossing the Mackinac Bridge. However, on the way there, we got detoured here in Mackinac City. I guess they're doing road work on I-75, so this might take a few minutes. pretty backed up here. Anyway, we get to see Mackinac City, and then I'll show you some Mackinac Bridge. I don't care how many times you've been over it, the Mackinac Bridge is still a spectacle to go over and look at the water and the height off the water and the distance of the bridge. It's just beautiful.
Lance Township Park, RV Park. Yes, $26, a couple $1 credit card fee online. Reservation. We got site 4. There's Lake Superior out there, and it's got probably 28 sites or so. The showers are off over in that direction, bathrooms, and then they have a couple of outhouses over here. Little playground for the kids. I'm not exactly sure what this little structure is, kind of a patio type thing where you can look out at the lake. But it's in the mid-80s inland. Here off the lake, it's like mid-50s. And it's a little chilly. I gotta go get a sweater on. Felt nice to have a shower. So we're headed, continuing on tomorrow, headed towards Glacier National Park. Hopefully make land somewhere in Minnesota or so. We'll cross over and hope that diesel prices get a little better. Throughout the UP up here, they were just right around $6, $5.99. So supposedly the further west we go, the better the prices are going to get. So wish I could show you a little more Lake Superior, but that's about the view. It looks like a big cloud coming off of where the cold water's hitting this heat inland. But it sure beats 88 degrees. Okay, turns out it's not a picnic area. I guess you could use it as a picnic area. It's a monument. Looks like a fireplace. This monument marks the site of the first trading post established for the American Fur Trading Company by Peter Kribasa in 1837.
After an overnight in Lance, we took off the next morning for Foston via Bemidji. Wanted to see Babe and Paul, Bunyan, that is. We stopped in Bemidji to take our obligatory photographs of Paul Bunyan and Babe. Paul's about 18 feet, Babe's about 10 feet tall.
We left Paul and Babe and made it over to the city of Foston. And they've got a little city park here that you can camp at. $16 honor system, pay and drop it in the box. Electrical hookups, dump station with some water over there and wind. But hey, probably, I don't know, 10 sites maybe.
After overnighting at the city park in Foston, we drove to the city park in Stanley, distance of about 340 miles. We stopped at Rugby along the way to see the geographical center of North America. Rugby, North Dakota claims to be the geographical center of North America. That claim is disputed, but that doesn't seem to bother Rugby. They erected a monument in the center of their town to the fact that they are the geographical center of North America. Oh well, works for me and many other photographers.
And we stopped at Stanley. There's the water tower. Back off at a distance there. An old-fashioned guy. I'll have to get a photo of that. And right across in the main drag here in town, right across from the courthouse, is a park, city park. But once we pulled in, found out that you have to go to the city hall, which is about a little less than a half a mile down the road, and pay the, I don't know, $12, $15, whatever it is, to spend the night, and then they give you the codes to the restrooms there. I'm anxious to see if they have showers in there. They have water available. I don't know if they have a dump station. I haven't figured that out yet. I was standing about 25 feet from it.
After overnighting in Stanley, we headed out for the 400-mile journey to Havre, Montana, with a quick detour in Chinook, where we visited the Nez Perce battlefield. We also tried to take in as many historical markers along the way as possible. I think we pretty much hit them all.
An imposing and elaborate establishment, Fort Union, one of the largest and best-known trading posts in the American West, was on the Missouri River near the mouth of the Yellowstone, about 14 miles southeast of here. Headquarters for the American Fur Trading Company's newly created Upper Missouri outfit. So the long trains, I don't know what they're carrying, probably oil? Okay. Stopped here along the side of the road in Memorandum. Summer of 1837, American Fur Trading Company steamboat, laden with trade goods, made its way from St. Louis to Fort Union. Smallpox broke out. Oh man, it affected the Indians, starting a terrible epidemic. Affected all the tribes of what is now northeastern Montana. Many of the tribes have never been exposed to this virulent European disease and were easily susceptible. Continuing on with our historic markers, these are the eastern plains of Montana, and it's buffalo country. Thousands of buffalo. For the Euro-American hunters nearly wiped them out. Cattle brands. Many a dogie, not doggy, dudes please note, has been decorated with one of these famous Montana irons. A dogie is a little calf who has lost its mammy and whose daddy has run off with another cow. Okay, I've been corrected. It's dodgy, not dogie. Dodgy. Dodgy. Not doggy, dodgy.
Found this marker interesting. Near here's where Butch Cassidy and gang blew up the train safe car that was made famous in the film Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. Nez Perce battlefield site was a solemn experience. The signs explained how the battle unfolded. The markers showed where the bodies fell, and the wind seemed to carry the spirits.
We'll go around and check out some of the signs. It's a little windy. I may end up doing a voiceover, so we'll see. But it's wide open, big sky country out here, that's for sure. Where the sun now stands, I will fight no more forever. October 5th, 1877, the surrender of Chief Joseph to Colonel Nelson A. Miles, to the valor and devotion of those, both red and white, who struggled here, erected by the Congress of the United States.
We left the battlefield and proceeded to Havre, Montana, where we spent the evening at the local Walmart. The following morning, we left Havre, Montana, after a quick stop to visit Assiniboine. We continued on to Mini Glacier Campground, where we were able to find a campsite, first come, first serve. Fort Assiniboine was pretty interesting. A lot of characters have been through this place. The famed Black Cavalry Unit, the Buffalo Soldiers, served there. Black Jack Pershing served there. In fact, that's how he got his nickname. And a future governor of Hawaii was born at the fort.
Looks like the barracks over here. Yeah, nobody's out here. They just pulled up. I don't know if somebody will come along and tell us to move or not.
The fort was established in 1879 after the defeat of Custer at Little Bighorn and the battle with the Nez Perce Indians at Bear Paw Mountains. And it was decommissioned in 1911 after the Indian Wars drew to a close.
Well, that's pretty much it.
But this is the largest one in Montana.
Well, you could tell it was a good-sized fort. I'm sure a bunch of the buildings are gone. I never did find the enlisted men's quarters.
Oh, that's the single men's, and that's the married men's.
Yeah, but the officers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's the non-commissioned officers, so that's the sergeants and such. But we're the regular poor cavalrymen, unless there's a building way back there. I don't know if that's... We'll have to... Some long trains. Almost to Glacier, about 100 miles. I'm going to try to get into the Mini Glacier's campground, first come, first serve. We'll see how that goes. A couple other options, and we'll try that one first. And then there's an engine at the end.
We continued on visiting a couple more historical markers before making it to Mini Glacier's campground, where luckily we were able to nab a spot for a couple days since we arrived early. So stick around for the upcoming Glacier National Park video. Thanks for watching.